Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, a place where future millionaires come to get inspired. We will be talking about sacrifices you need to do if you want to become rich. This is a truthful and blunt video to break away political correctness and ideas. We will be looking at reality and not wishful thinking. The truth is, to be successful, there are a lot of sacrifices to be made. Success comes at a cost and you need to work hard to achieve it. Getting rich is not for everyone and you are free to live a mediocre life if that's what you want. We can't pretend life is built of rainbows and sunshine because it isn't. Hopefully, at the end of this video, you will appreciate successful people a lot for the sacrifices they've made to be who he or she is today. Not everyone might need to make these sacrifices, but there isn't a single individual who has not made at least one of these sacrifices to get to where they are today. If you've seen us for the first time, you're very welcome. Please like, share, and subscribe. And to those who've already subscribed to this channel, thank you very much. Let's dive straight to it. Number one, family. I am starting with family because this is the last thing people want to hear they have to sacrifice. Many successful individuals postpone starting a family for a later date and start one only after they have accumulated success. This is probably one of the biggest sacrifices one makes in order to be rich. The roads to financial success have so much obstacles that it's almost impossible to achieve the same level of greatness if you are being sidetracked by personal feelings. That's just the truth. Successful people don't get married early, almost never in their 20s. They don't get to have children as soon as the rest. Having children early in life puts you in a financial suicide and trap you in a rat race. In order for you to acquire wealth, the process needs your undivided attention. The moment one has a child, the child needs to become the focus point and everything else falls behind as it should be. Another aspect that gets sacrificed is your relationship with your family. Number two, health. Health is the biggest ingredient to attain success in life. But this video is about getting rich. The paradox is most people sacrifice health in order to gain money, then sacrifice money in order to regain their health. We have most entrepreneurs working 16 hours per day, then hitting the gym for 2 more hours, then trying to eat and meditate for another hour. But the truth is, the route to riches would take a toll on your health. The most common feeling is that of tiredness because most people have difficulties falling asleep. Your goals keep you up at night and a lot of things to worry about because everything depends on you for a success and your ability to manage them. Entrepreneurs sleep with a lot of tremendous stress in their life and they normally neglect their health in order to pursue their success. Number three, friends. There is very little room for a social life when you really want to be rich. One of the very first things around you to sacrifice if you want to become rich are the people around you who are not pushing you further. Cutting down on the toxic individuals is a must. Then followed by those who are not actively making you any better. It is very common for successful people to dramatically reduce their inner circle and focus on the quality of the individuals around them. The average future millionaire have very few friends, and all these friends are also focused on getting rich. In that way, they can push each other further along the way. You need people who can understand your struggle and understand why you are putting this level of effort. No one else will understand, in exception of individuals who are doing the same thing. If you really want to make it, your inner circle should decrease on size, but increase in value. Number four, hobbies. Hobbies in itself add little or no value to your life and your immediate environment. Not only that, in order to maintain a hobby, it demands time, attention, and most of the time, financial resources as well. If you want to be rich and you're not already where you want to be in life, you can't afford a hobby. And that is the truth. You can paint landscape, go golfing, do whatever you call a hobby after you've taken care of the basics. What's the point of having a hobby when you can't even take care of yourself? Hobby should be the last thing on your mind. Number five, time. The route to financial success should take an average of 5 to 10 years. Depending on the industry, your emotional intelligence and your intellect, your ability to play the market, and the amount of work you are able to put in to make this happen. Guess what? The years you spend on your computer or trying to negotiate with clients might not be the best years of your life. But that's the sacrifice you need to make if you are serious about getting rich. Because it's that time you've put in that yields the result you are looking for. 5 to 10 years might sound like a long time, but it doesn't mean that those years will lack some positive memories. Time will pass either way, but make sure you invest it wisely and ask yourself, are you willing to eat shit for several years in order to eat caviar for the rest of your life? And if the answer is yes, you are on the right track. Six, happiness. Happiness is a big one because, as you know, money can't buy you happiness at the end. But at the end, in order for you to make money, you will have to sacrifice your happiness to a certain degree. Even if you love what you do, nobody is happy working 14 to 16 hours a day, every single day. That is definitely not how evolution made us. So there needs to be a level of happiness you are willing to sacrifice to gain financial success. If you sacrifice too much, you might not be able to cope with your new reality. Sacrificing your happiness at this stage would allow you to then enjoy different types of happiness in the future. For example, spending quality time with your child when the time is right and when you're probably not worried about paying bills. These are the sacrifices you must be willing to make. Number seven, income. You might not like to hear this, but before you make it big, you have to sacrifice your own share of the income. You put every income you've made right back into the business until you make it. There is no other way out. You are not going to be successful if you are still pushing your way through that business. Every single penny you make must be carefully planned so that you can achieve something positive. Using the money for your own personal interest should be far down the list, except you are using this money to improve your personal skills. This is the reality. When you see people flaunting their purchases, just feel bad for them because they are actually sabotaging themselves. 8. Comfort. This is the biggest truth in life. The luxury lifestyle, the luxury cars, the luxury house, traveling all around the world in first class. That's the end result of years of living well below your means. Unless you are born rich, you have to struggle to get there, and sacrifices will need to be made. And the simplest way is to sacrifice comfort and use the cash you have to accelerate your growth. It's mind-boggling how many people blow away their money on meaningless things. They perceive these things as comfort. Maybe you don't need a new iPhone because your old one is working perfectly well. You don't need to live in a big house or apartment in your 20s. Cut down on rent and use the remaining cash on something productive. Poor people stay poor by trying to look rich, while rich people are getting richer by acting as if they are poor. Most highly successful individuals refer to this phase in their life as the romance phase. It's time to cut down on comfort and survive on the bare minimum. There is no need for comfort. Get yourself the basics and get to work. Number 9, pride. You do what you have to do to make it happen. If you're too proud to work in a fast food joint in order to feed yourself and endure the nights while you work on your project, well, you will never be able to make it. Pride is counterproductive. You don't need to think what other people will think of you because, well, most people only think about themselves. You do you, maintain focus on your goals and your objective and make your dreams become a reality, not what others are expecting of you. Trust me when I say everybody respect the winner. You just have to get there first. Put your head down, sacrifice the pride you have, and make it happen for yourself and your future family. And that is how you win. Number 10, immediate desires. People are always seeking immediate gratification, even from the slightest effort. Don't focus on this. That's what makes the difference between those who are going to make it and those who just want to portray the image that they are. If you stick to the plans and put in constant effort and improvement, you are bound to see positive results. The process is always difficult. As soon as you see the first gleam of success, it's easier to fall into a trap of congratulating yourself for the lap instead of focusing on winning the race. What usually happens when you're busy fulfilling immediate desires? It means you go off course and end up with that small win. Do you want to win small or do you want to win big? Stay focused. This is a very difficult video put together and full of things that you probably didn't want to hear. But the truth is, these are the current rules of the game of money. There is no quick fix. The truth is, people who make it to that level are people who focus and they're highly intellectual individuals who are disciplined, focused, and sacrifice almost everything for their career or journey. The expense for the success you seek is a great one, so you have to think twice before you embark on the journey. Thank you very much again for watching. It's free to subscribe. Please subscribe, like, and share, and I will see you on the next one. Goodbye.